All right, everybody. So it is 8 o'clock on the 30th of June, and we have the lovely Laura Polito on with us. So I'm going to let her introduce herself because I know she's been in for a bit, but I know that she's a superstar, and I know that everybody hashtags Polito. Past that, I don't know a lot of details about you, so I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and then we'll go from there.
Well, thank you so much, Kara, for inviting me to speak to your group. I don't even know where anybody lives. I just asked Kara where she's from, and she said by Illinois somewhere. My husband asked me because he stalks my phone all the time. Well, where does this one live and this one live? I said, I don't know. They live on Facebook. So thank you for inviting me wherever you happen to live in the United States for me to participate in whatever this group is. I don't even know what we're doing, Kara. All I know is that you asked me and I said yes.
Aww. So, I probably should have explained that. We actually are a group of directors from home office direct, so we don't have an executive or a national exec over us. So we're kind of the orphans coming together to pull together, and we've been doing a digging deeper for Disney group.
Well, I saw the title of
motivated and on track to achieve Disney.
Yeah. So did anybody in this group achieve Disney yet?
I think there's a couple directors who have. Natalie Lewis has.
Oh, congratulations.
I think Nicole Harris has too. Nicole, nod your head. Yeah, Nicole has. I think April is really close to it. April Dumond. I think, and there's a couple other people who are on track.
Okay, well, great. I just earned level 2 as of like last week, I think it was. But anyway, I am with the Pampered Chef 19 years. I come from New York. I am about an hour north of Manhattan. That's the easiest way for me to say it, because if I say that I'm from Mahopac, New York, nobody knows what that is. So about an hour north of the city. I'm born and raised in the Bronx, and I'm up here in the country for the past 19 years.
Great.
I am a full-time Pampered Chef consultant. I love it. I am a cooking party consultant. Do we have any cooking party consultants on the line? Woo, 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 okay? And I was going to dabble into virtual until all this nonsense happens, and now I'm going to hold off until hearing what home office has to say. But Kara invited me to come on to just talk about what this whole crazy nonsense is about pulling a Polito that we post in our Coffee Talk groups. So it's nothing new. You might as well just call it, it's all about out and about contacts. And it's a program, it's a training that we've been doing forever at Pampered Chef, and I'm sure other companies do it as well, because you know what, if you and your teams don't have any more leads, no more shows, you have nobody else that wants to do business, you are exhausted, all your family, friends, your neighbors, everybody runs from you when they see you in the supermarket. It's time to meet new people. And if you believe in what you do at Pampered Chef, if you believe in the host program, if you believe in the host system, if you believe in the business opportunity, then there's no reason why you cannot be out there and going out there and meeting new contacts. So the whole hashtag Pull the Polito happened because I just am camera crazy. If you know me, if you see, I post a lot of pictures on Coffee Talk. In my, personal timeline, I do have, thousands and thousands of pictures, and that's just something that I've always done. And I do take pictures of all of my parties, but I also started, I tell my team, because all I hear from them is they have no bookings, no bookings. And I said, well, you have to go out and meet new people. And I say, the whole reason that I documented any of this was to prove to my team, if I'm telling you that you need to go out there and talk to strangers, that I'm going to go out there and talk to strangers. But if I could just tell you that I did it, how do you know? So I started to document it. And so what I do is I like to tell the story in Coffee Talk, and only because my whole entire team is in there, but because I really do want to help others. And I know there's thousands upon thousands of consultants in Coffee Talk, and there's so many groups out there, but I think that's one that's really, really good, because if you follow Coffee Talk, you see that we pull together an amazing lineup. Actually, Sharon Zellen pulls together an amazing lineup of amazing trainers every Saturday, and we give a lot of value to that group. And so I decided to post in there my tales of going out and about. And one day, just as a joke, I kind of just said, oh, come on, you can do it. You can talk to strangers. You could pull a Polito. And somehow that just took off. So I'm thrilled that this took off. Again, it's nothing new. It's just out and about trainings that home office has talked about for the longest time. But because of the fact that I document it, and because of the fact that I actually get strangers to take pictures with me, and I post those in Coffee Talk, that's when you truly pull the Polito, and you could put the whole picture out there with the story. And if you notice, it's really taken off since January. And every time that someone does it, I always go in there and I'll say, tell us more. Tell us the backstory, because I don't want you to just post a picture that you talked to someone. I want you to tell people how you did it, because that's going to inspire somebody else to say, wow, you know what, she did that. I'm going to go out to do it. Because after a while, I'm tired of listening to myself talk. So I'm giving everybody else the floor. But it's all about making out and about contacts. And I know we only have about 20 minutes. I'm going to leave it open for about 10 minutes of question and answers. But you know what? I have a whole training on out and about contacts. I've been doing it for years. The number one thing about out and about contacts is you need to be mentally ready and physically ready. Physically ready, guys, one thing we could all put on every single day when we walk out that door is a smile. Seriously, a smile will open you up like you cannot imagine. There was even something on Facebook where a photographer was going around town taking pictures of people and taking his pictures of people that were smiling. And he passed over a man that was just sitting there, and he just had just a regular face on, like just not a mean face, just a regular face, not smiling. And he jumped over him and he went and took another picture of someone else. And the man says, hey, what about me? And the man goes, oh, you want to take your picture? Smile. And the man smiled, and it opened up his face. And the photographer started talking to him. And he realized, he goes, what a difference the way we perceive people when they smile and when they don't smile. And he actually then did another whole documentary of people smiling and not smiling, and did like a split screen. How without the smile, people were unapproachable. They looked kind of mean and scary, if you know what I'm talking, right? Okay. But with the smile, it just opened them up. So that's going to be the number one thing that you need to do when you walk out of the house is smile. And obviously, like, clean clothes. You don't have to be dressed like to the nines, but make sure that you're not looking all raggedy, because when you're looking all raggedy, that's when you're going to see people, and that's when you're not going to want to talk to them, and that's when you're going to want to run the other way. So you know what? You want to go out with the intention that I am going to go out today to run my life, to run my errands, to go to the bank, to go to the dry cleaners, to go sit at Panera, to do nothing, zero out of the ordinary that you wouldn't do on a regular day, but you're going to be prepared to do business, because you're going to be physically ready in your demeanor. If you have logo wear, great. I mean, everybody has an apron. If you can go out and you can go food shopping with your Pampered Chef apron, more power to you. That is a great attention grabber. You can even go with your Season's Best cookbook, carry it with you. Go down an aisle where, like, you're looking for a recipe for some odd ingredient, and you can just ask someone, do you know where the whatever is? I forgot, we were looking for red lentils last season for some red lentil spinach recipe in the quick cooker. You know, ask people, and then you could say, oh, you know what, I'm preparing a Pampered Chef recipe and I couldn't find this ingredient. But we're going to get into that. But you can wear your apron, get a t-shirt, get a hat, you know, go to PC Gear, pick up something, go shopping with your shopping tote. Okay, so I know unless you bought the $29 kit or the $39 kit or the $109 kit, none of those came with the apron or the totes. But I'm going to assume, Kara, do most of these guys have the tote? Give me a
I believe
yes.
so.
I would say
I think most of these people have the actual bag too. So I mean,
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like the actual bag that comes with your kit. Go shopping with it. Like empty it of all your products and make that your main recycle bag to go shopping, and position it in the shopping cart so that way you're facing out. Or if you're online, put it on you and put it around you. Like position the Pampered Chef logo where people can see it, because it's something that we all have. And if people say, well, I can't afford to buy myself a t-shirt. If you have a bag, you have a bag, you have an apron, use it. But, you know, that's just all getting yourself physically ready. But what paperwork do you have? I'm going to show you right now. My handbag weighs a ton because it has to fit the catalog. Okay. So whenever I have a handbag, it has to pass the catalog test. It has to pass the armpit test because it's got to feel good underneath the pits, right? You know what I'm talking about? And it has to. Okay. Michelle is laughing at me. Okay. Pam is laughing at me too.
Oh, there's nothing worse than buying a bag and you can't even get it to that spot. I mean, that's
so it's got to pass the armpit test, but then it's got to pass the catalog test. So if it fits the catalog, great, because you know what I carry in my catalog is I carry an entire host packet. I carry a catalog packet. I get the bags from mygirlfriendshouse.com. Michelle, I'm sure your people have seen that website, right? We post it on Coffee Talk all the time.
Yeah, we've seen
All
it.
I do, guys, I use company material. Here's a girl, I don't even know how to make a label. I'm going to be 52 years old. I don't even know how to make a computer label, but I do know how to use the company material. So I just put in 2 catalogs. I put in 3 order forms because remember, 3 orders of $75 is a show, right? So if you just want to give them at least that, the host reward flyer and the guest special, always a piece of recruiting information as well. And so that is my catalog packet. I have it always in my bag. And if I do end up giving one out, I have more in my car. So you want to use your car almost like a carfist. You ever hear that little analogy of a car office? It's your carfist. Make sure that your carfist is stocked with paperwork supplies. So you
gotta watch how you say that.
My what?
Carfist. You gotta watch how you say carfist.
Why?
Like, or it just sounds, you can be a bunch of different words. People may not get it. And
yeah, car office. I learned that because I watched some funny news lady called Kristen something in some other state. She calls it her carcass, so I think it's hysterical. Also, I carry just a little pouch, and in here I carry my minis. So if I don't want, I at least always carry a bunch of minis, and I always carry recruiting information. No matter what, I always have it on me. If I end up going somewhere and I switch bags, at least I keep my little stuff in there. For whatever reason, I don't have the big bag. Okay, so now you're physically ready. You're dressed, you smile, your paperwork is all ready, your car is stocked with more supplies, but are you mentally ready? Guys, do you 100% believe in this company, believe in your job as a consultant, believe in the products, believe in our host program, and believe in the business opportunity? Do you consider it a gift, that's something that you want to share with everybody else? Because if you do not have that belief, then you need to start with that belief. And Kara could definitely educate you on that belief triangle, which we're not going to go into today. But you definitely need to believe. And if you do start talking Pampered Chef, what's your pitch? Guys, you got to have an elevator pitch, and that could also be an entire training. And an elevator pitch is a short summary used to quickly and simply define what you do, delivered in the time span of an elevator ride. So figure 30 seconds. If the conversation inside that elevator is interesting and of value, the conversation will continue after the elevator ride. Or it will end up in an exchange of contact information, or possibly a party, or a recruiting information, a recruiting interview. So just an example of a elevator pitch. I do pressure cooker parties, and I make a mean chocolate lava cake in 10 minutes. You want someone to say, "Oh, tell me more." I own my own business, and I provide fun and easy meal ideas for busy families through cooking parties or through social media. Oh, tell me more. How about I am a recruiter and a trainer, and I'm actively looking for people that want to make money on their own terms. Oh, tell me more. After all this time, I tell people, I'm with Pampered Chef. Have you ever heard of Pampered Chef? At this point, people have heard of it. I say, yeah, I'm with them 19 years, but do you have a consultant? So that's also what I always like. If we do start getting into a conversation about Pampered Chef, I do ask if someone has a consultant, because if they could rattle off that consultant's name like that, then I totally respect that person, and I will still give them information about hosting. I will still give them information about the business, but then I'll refer them obviously back to their consultant. If they can't remember her name or his name, I think that they're open targets, I should say, right? So anyway, but an elevator pitch, that's a training that should be worked on. I do it with my teams. I've trained on it, where you really have to what do you do? So if you are going to talk to strangers and they ask you, well, what do? You have to be ready. It's got to be quick. It's got to flow off your mouth, and it's got to be multiples, because it just depends on where you are. Maybe you're in a business setting. You may want to talk about, that you're looking for recruits. Maybe you just need some orders. Maybe you're looking for a show booking, because our business is different. Our business is changing, so you have to change along with that business. But anyway, so, but sometimes the thought of talking to strangers is terrifying. So don't start with conversations about Pampered Chef. Just talk, just go out there and say to yourself, I'm too scared to talk Pampered Chef, but I'm not afraid to give a compliment. Go and compliment someone's shoes, someone's hair. If you're at a new coffee shop and you're online, ask the person in front of you or behind you, hey, I've never been in here. What do you get? Just open up that conversation, because if someone says, oh, you got to get that amazing veggie, eggplant wrap, they're excited to tell you what they love. Why would, no one's going to say, boy, you're a bitch. You just asked me about like what I like. No one's going to say that. If you say to someone, I love your hair, where do you get your haircut? No one's going to say, well, that's very rude. You like my hair? Ugh. Like, always compliment a baby. Don't ever assume gender, okay? Never assume gender. It's always a beautiful baby. Oh, how old is that child? Oh, I love the baby's outfit, because you do not ever want to assume, even if they tell you the baby's name, the names are very gender neutral, okay? But it's always a beautiful baby. It could be a monkey in the stroller. It is a beautiful baby. Okay. Let the mom and dad tell you about their child. And what mother and father isn't proud of their baby, no matter if it's monkey looking or not, right? But it's always the most beautiful baby you've ever seen. So like, practice. So if you are that scared to go out and talk to strangers, just go out and just say to myself, I'm going to go out and just going to have conversations about anything and the weather. Okay. Mm-hmm. Easy. Really, really easy, especially if you're online for a food place, and you could just easily ask someone in front of you, behind you, what's your favorite thing, at this place. But now you really want to get into Pamper Chef conversations. And how do you do that? I mean, number one, I think the grocery store is the easiest place, because you can just go out and ask people about a recipe ingredient that you're looking for. And you could just say, oh, you know what? I'm really looking for this red lentils because I'm doing a Pamper Chef recipe. And they may say, oh, Pamper Chef. Like, you have to look for the eyes. You have to look for people. When you say to them, oh, cake mixes are on sale. I do a great, amazing Pamper Chef lava cake in 10 minutes. Oh, like it's just a look. If you've been doing it enough times, if any of you have done out and about contacts and you do mention Pamper Chef and you know what I'm talking about, you wait and you stop and you look for the look. Because sometimes that's all you need to continue that conversation about Pamper Chef. Because the number one thing that I hear when people say, oh, you do Pamper Chef? I love Pamper Chef. I've never heard, I hate Pamper Chef, or Pamper Chef is crap. Oh, I don't like them. No, it's always, I've been doing this for years. I love Pamper Chef. So why wouldn't you want to talk about something that you love if they love it too? But again, it's all about like mingling that in there. The nail salon is another easy place to talk to Pamper Chef, because everybody's stuck in a chair. So like, you can look at the person next to you and they can have the most craziest, ugliest, craziest neon nail color, whatever's going on, and it's horrible. But you say to that person, oh, I love your nail polish. Too bad I can't get it, because I do Pamper Chef cooking shows and I would mess up my manicure. It's always the most beautiful color. Or if it's a neutral color, just say, I love your color. I do Pamper Chef parties, and that would be a perfect for my nails, because I wouldn't mess them up. So no matter what color is next to you at the nail salon, you got them down for a little bit, because they can't move. Whether their feet are in the water or their hands are like this or they're underneath the dryer, you got them for a few minutes. So it's an easy way to talk Pamper Chef. The doctor's office. Do you bring old catalogs? I always keep my old catalogs in my car. And what I do is on the back, because I literally write on there, what do I write? I said, oh, if you see this catalog, please call me to take 10% or 20% off your first order. Mention code word mammogram. Mention code word dentist. Mention code word orthodontist. Because I like to put that in there, because if I track my contacts, and it kind of just makes it sound official. It's not really official at all. They could call me up and say bubblegum, and I'm going to give them a discount. And you can make that discount anything you want, because it's just an excuse for them to call you. Because you know what? They can go to your website and then they may just place an order, and you don't realize that it was from the book that you left in the office. But you also want to make sure that you ask permission to leave that book in the office. So you always want to go to the girls or the guys at the front and say, oh, you know what? I'm waiting here for the Dr. So-and-so. I am with Pamper Chef. Can I leave a couple of old catalogs? Very few offices have a very strict no solicitation rules. And so if you leave them without asking permission, and that was one of the offices, at the end of the day, they're taking those catalogs and they're throwing them right in the pail. So you always want to ask permission to leave the catalogs. And you could say, you know what, I'm going to leave some old books, but would you girls or guys like a new catalog, and can I check back with you in a couple of days to see if there's anybody that wants an order? So you can definitely make them feel like a little bit special. And if you do want to go back in a couple of days, you can call up and say, is it okay if I bring like a treat of brownies or cookies in, and get yourself a cheap box of brownie mix and make some brownies in the brownie pan, cut them on the diagonal so your 12 quickly become 24. Make those easy strawberry blondies that are in the new season's best, because those are different, right? Anybody can kind of a regular brownie, but those are different. And here's the best. On a plate, so you can just get like a cheap plate from the dollar store, put your name and your contact information, and then put a note with it that says, oh, if you can read this, that means that my brownies were eaten. Here's my information, so that way you can contact me, and put a sheet of plastic over that so it doesn't get ruined from like the grease of the brownies. You get that? So plate, contact information, contact paper over it, or piece of like packing tape. Oh, piece of packing tape. Let me just shut. 20 minutes goes fast. So that way you have permission to go back, and that they have your contact information as well, and then get the name of that contact. So now you're starting to talk about Pampered Chef, and if people do like it, you can say to them, listen, are you on Facebook? I do Facebook Lives, and I always post videos and fun tips. You may have a VIP group, you may have a business page. I literally take my phone right then and there out, and I capture their information, because if someone's name is very common, like an Ann Jones, there will be 100 Ann Joneses, and you won't know which one is them. So you say, oh, can I look for you now in case your name is common? Or sometimes they have those weird settings where you don't even get that friend button. So you can say to them, I'm sending you a private message right now. Make sure when you get into Facebook, you can see it, and you can send me a friend request. And then I put them right into my phone with permission. And if I met them at CVS, it will be CVS Cara Jones. If it was at Acme, it would be Acme Deli Department, Michelle, whatever that says, Bortvit up there. Because I will forget the first name, but I will not forget where I met them. And believe it or not, in your phone, you have enough space to write in there, met Cara Jones, CVS, Pharmacy Department, June 30th, 2019, might be interested, possible recruit lead, possible show lead. It's amazing the information that you have in your phone. And then what I do is then I quickly send them a text afterwards to say, hey, Cara, it's Laura Polito, Pampered Chef, please save me in your phone, and get, then I'll follow up, and you know what? People think that I get leads all the time and that they actually turn out to be something. Most turn out to be nothing, let's face it, okay? But when you do enough of them, you will get shows, you will get customers, and you will get recruit leads from those out and about contacts if you make it. Guys, it's a numbers game. Just like when you're just asking people at a show, most people are going to say no, but there's going to be people that say yes. You do your customer care calls. Most people won't need anything from you. Thank you very much. You won't even get them on the phone. You're lucky if you get them on the phone, but you're going to get a yes. So if you do enough of these, I promise you that you will get more leads, more bookings, and more recruit leads. And I challenge everybody to out there to pull a Polito. And so the official pulling a Polito means that you get their information and you take a picture with them, you post it on Coffee Talk with your story, because the whole purpose behind this whole entire training is to just to bless others and to give everybody else the courage to go out there and get some contacts. So that's it. We're over 20 minutes. And I got a couple of minutes for you to answer any questions from you guys.
Well, I wanted to mention real quick, Janelle is on the call, and she booked a party the other day when she was shopping for a red dress for conference. She's a new director, and the sales girl saw her opportunity bag and asked for the mix and chop. So, yay, Janelle. She says, I pulled a Polito. So she didn't take a picture.
Yay,
she did go out and do that. So, yay. And then I have a question for you. When you talk about leaving old catalogs, this is something I've always kind of struggled with big price changes. Do you still leave it, and how do you counter that?
Oh, I don't care. It's an old book. So when people call me, I'll say, oh, you must have an old catalog. Our prices went up since then. I don't even talk about the prices. Like, it doesn't even faze me that prices go up. I once had somebody call me. She had a catalog from somebody else from like 10 years ago, but she got my name through somebody that she knows. And she's like telling me, on page 55 is the something, and I'm on my page 55. And I'm like, lady, I don't even know what you're talking about. Tell me what it says in your corner of your catalog. Oh, okay, your book is 10 years old. Lucky that catalog.
It means it's still out there.
Yeah, but I will send you a new book. How about that? And I will take your order. It doesn't even faze me. If it's an old catalog, it's an old catalog.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can even put something on there that says, this is, contact me to see the new information, all new information you can see on the website if it's really old. But don't ever throw them out. No, I leave them around. I don't care.
Cool. All right, you guys, questions. Laura was amazing. I'm sure you've got questions, though, because she talks fast like I do.
Laura, do you ever get anybody who does not want to have their picture taken with you?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And you respect that. If they say, oh, no, I can't possibly know, of course. Say, oh, it's okay. Thank you so much. And some people don't even want to give me their information, which I still give them my information. But I'm going to tell you that 9 times out of 10, people will say yes.
Okay.
if you are approachable, if you smile, if you're nice, if you're not coming across as, like, just be nice.
Good question.
If they say no, just respect the no. And I've had that.
Just get them to hold the catalog in front of their face.
Doctor's offices, they're not allowed to take pictures. Dentist offices and in banks, they're not allowed to take pictures because from, security reasons and all that. So, I mean, I tried once, tried twice. I get the same answer. I'm like, I know now, like, not to even ask.
Right.
But supermarkets, parks, whatever, again, just respect the no.
Anybody else?
I do have one more question. You were talking about you had a bag that you put your host stuff in that you carried with you. Where did you get that bag?
Oh, it's just my pocketbook. When I go shopping for a pocketbook, I just make sure that the catalog fits.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the clear plastic bag, is that what you're asking about, Robin? The clear bag she had it in?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's called My Girlfriend's House?
mygirlfriendshouse.com. Kara, you'll post the link in the group.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
I will.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Go,
So where is the weirdest place you ever booked a party?
Oh, when I got my colonoscopy.
I thought I saw something like on the airplane one time with you. Weren't you on the airplane?
I did on the airplane, but I booked a party when I had my colonoscopy.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was me.
You should tell that story.
She's almost at 300 in sales, and she's looking to get a few more orders. And yeah. And another time, I got a couple of leads when I was getting my breast MRI sonogram because the nurse made the mistake. I was sitting like a cow with my boobs hanging through the holes, and she's about to give me a breast biopsy, and they're swinging like a pendulum. And to calm me down, they made the mistake of saying, "So, what do you do for a living?" Wow. We totally talked. Hey, girl. Hey, April. We started talking Pampered Chef. Now I'm like, okay, can you do my breast biopsy and I'll give you a catalog later? I'm like, this is me hanging. So
Did you have one with a police officer one time too? Like you got pulled over for a ticket or something? Didn't you?
No, I met him in the parking lot and he never did place an order. He told me he got divorced and his wife took all the Pampered Chef and he was going to replace his stone and he never did. But he said, I said, can we take a picture? He goes, well, I got to get my hat. And he went in his car and he put the hat on. I think that picture is somewhere in Coffee Talk too. Yeah, again, just be friendly and be fun. And if people say no, they say no. But most times people don't care. They really don't. Who's going to conference from this group? Raise your hands.
Woo!
Woohoo! Oh, is everybody? A lot of you guys are going. Yay. Janelle, you're the one that did the out and about contacts?
Yes, I always do out and about.
Yeah, so what's the craziest place you've met people?
Okay, so I joined a yoga class to get a recruit, and I hate yoga. I still hate yoga. I did get the recruit out of that. I do pop-up, so I'm always asking everywhere. I ask everywhere. But I have a hard time getting people to commit to in-home parties. Everyone wants to virtual, and I'd love to know how to get more in-home parties, but yeah, I'll pop up at businesses.
You get what you ask for, It's got to be the way you're asking. You're asking for virtuals. Like I ask for cooking shows, so I don't get virtuals.
It just seems like no one wants to do an in-home anymore.
Oh,
They're so busy, and maybe I speak up with the virtual too fast.
Maybe
like an alternative.
You gotta paint the picture as a fun, laid back summer evening where you just kick back with a couple of girlfriends and just make it like a small get together, And when they say yes, well, who else could you invite? When they have fun, yeah. All right, It's got to be in the way you're asking because that's the way this business is. If you're asking for recruits, you get recruits. If you're asking for virtuals, you get virtuals. If you're asking for cooking parties, you get that too. If you're asking for just sales, that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah, okay. Some people do a lot more in-home, and I just want to do parties, so I grab what I can. So, but I'm a little tired.
Have you ever offered up your own house for a party?
Yeah, I've actually loved to do my own at my house. I have a huge screen-in porch, backyard, so it's awesome, and all your stuff is here.
Right.
I do. They're
so
huge.
Time to have one in your house.
Out of the cupboard.
Yeah, is it time to have one in your house and just invite a bunch of people? Because you just get one person that says, wow, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
All it takes is one person to think it's a great idea for it to take off.
I was thinking about combining a whole bunch of people that say, I only have a couple people that would come too, and putting them all at my house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
you can call that a mega party. You can get them to host and then combine and do yeah. We can talk more about that.
We do that.
Or as a mystery host party at your house.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
all right, anybody else?
I don't have a question, but I want to toot my horn. I promoted to director today.
Yay!
And I signed up for conference last night.
Fantastic.
How many times have you
Congratulations.
gone?
Oh, gosh. Conference, I've gone 3 years, but that was way back when I first started 10 years ago.
Oh, so you haven't gone back recently.
No. So
That's exciting.
I am excited.
And you're on Natalie's team, right?
What was Natalie? Yep. Mhm.
Natalie Lewis's team.
Yep. So that means she promoted to advanced director. So I know she's not on here, but we need to give her some toots too. So
Awesome.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yep.
thanks.
Laura, thank you so much. I sure
Very
appreciate you
welcome.
agreeing
Thank
to do
you.
this.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And I'll get the link to you. And I just really gratefully appreciate it. I'm sure you're going to be hunted down by a couple more people at conference now. For that.
Yes,
We'll
I
find
am.
you.
All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks
Thanks.
for having me.
Love
Bye,
you.
everybody. See you
Bye-bye.
at the conference. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye, April.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
Thank you, Laura.
Bye-bye.